Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge.
1 Nephi 21. Today I felt drawn to doing 1 Nephi chapter 21. I realized that it has taken me over a year to finish 1 Nephi. But it's only 2 chapters left, so let's get started. I looked at the headlines of the chapter and realized it's one of those chapters that you compare to Isaiah, and inwardly I sighed. But then I thought, let's just read it and see what pops. And I will say, he got my attention in verse 2. And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me. And made me a polished shaft. In his quiver hath he hid me. And I look back at my life, and I felt like he has hid me. He gave me a voice and a talent to speak, but he hid me, and I was quiet. But now I felt this urge to raise my voice. I really didn't know where it would all lead when we did that first episode. I just knew I had to do something. And I've been thinking a lot about what it is he wants me to do. And then I read in verse 6. And he said, It is a light thing that thou shouldst be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayst be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. Wow. The power of these words, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, restore the preserved Israel, and to be a light to the Gentiles, to be his salvation unto the ends of the earth. I just felt chills running down my spine. This is somewhat what I've been feeling like he wants me to do. Be the light, share my testimony, answer questions, and overall be a fellow human being. I felt strongly that the last days are upon us, and that it's not that far away that Christ will come back. And now is the time for us to start to prepare for the second coming. I need to make me ready so I can help others, but I can't wait to get me ready. I must already be ready when it comes so I can help him, serve him as the best I can. When we were in the temple the other week, we sat and talked. My mom, dad, my sister, and me. And we started talking about the gatherings of Israel's lost tribes. And Dad said that they will come from north. But when I read verse 12, I feel it's addressing this topic of the gathering. And then, O house of Israel, behold, these shall come from far and low, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of Sinim. They will be gathered from the north and from the west and from the land of Sinim. And I think we need to get ready because we will have lots to do once this happens. Another thing that happened was that while in the temple I asked questions. And one of the questions I asked is, what do you want me to do? And the answer was, sing. Yes, I love singing, but I don't have the greatest voice. Is there anything else you would like me to do? Sing. I know, and I love to sing at home, but are you really sure that that is the best thing for me to do? There are many more talented people out there with really good voices. I can do something else instead and leave the singing to the pros. No, you're meant to sing. By this time I was starting to feel a little uncomfortable and was thinking of other ways to try to bargain myself out of this situation. I've been thinking about it ever since. Like, how is this supposed to happen? Will I one day wake up with an extraordinary voice? That would be nice. But highly unlikely, yes. I need to work on my faith a little more. Then I read now in verse 13. Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, for the feet of those who are in the east shall be established, and break forth into singing. O mountains, for they shall be smitten no more, for the Lord hath comforted his people, and will have mercy upon his afflicted. It doesn't have to be more than that. Just sing for the love of singing, of praising the Lord and giving gratitude for all that I am, all that I have. I love to sing. I love the vibration of my vocal cords and the joy I feel when I release my voice. And today we sang in church, Lord, I will follow thee, one of my favorites, and I sang with my heart, just released the sound and focused more on the feeling than the sound. And I loved it. It made me so happy. So sing more, just sing. And if we ever feel like God has forgotten about us, these next 2 verses will tell us how He really feels about us. Verse 15 and 16. For can a woman forget her sucking child, that she would not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee, O house of Israel. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. He has graven us on the palms of His hands. We, you and me, have our names written there. That is the amount of love He has for us. And as a mom, I can relate to the love that I feel for my children, and that I will never forget any one of them. They are in me, from me, with me forever and ever. Then if I feel it that strong with my earthly capacity to love, how will the Lord feel, who has an infinite capacity for love? Verse 22. Thus says the Lord, Behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles, and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. Last week I watched a father walk his daughter to school, carrying her on his shoulders. I realized later that the daughter had a foot fracture and was carrying crutches in her hands. But when I read this, that image became very clear to me, and the fact that He will set up His standards, and He has given us His standards. It's up to us to live and act and be according to His standards. Last week, we did the Tony Robbins challenge for this year, and we will talk more about that later. But I love how He's saying now. Do it now. Raise your standards now. What are we waiting for? What have I been waiting for? In my case, it's about feeling worthy and feeling enough to have standards. Sounds weird, I know, but looking back on my patterns and limiting beliefs, I led a whole different life then, and I'm so grateful for the chance He gave me to find myself. This is a wrap-up for chapter 21. Just know that we are so important, that He created this world and many like it. He sent His Son to atone for us, for all of us. And all we need to do is have faith and trust in Him, and serve, and sometimes sing. Just sing. Be the light, share the light, spread the light, shine.
This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.